brothers, welcome sisters, welcome to our program On Target. As soon as we start this program, you can pick up the telephone and give us a call. We never have a subject matter. We speak about anything, politics, religion, socioeconomic issues, whether it's Israel, Ukraine, Guyana, the budget, or you can introduce your own topic. Give us a call. We're on RealFM 91.9, YouTube, Facebook, Greens News. The number to call is 442-0175. Some people like to open button. The basic requirements. Are you concerned? Do you believe that your child or your children will be one of the ones that fail to meet the basic requirement? What does this high percentage means for the future job market? How are we going to solve our problem and challenges in Grenada? If we have a factory, which is a school, producing children, and they are not able to meet the basic requirement to be competitive on the job market, are we as a people concerned? Now, if we care about the future, we have to prepare the children. We might not be there. Yesterday I said the children of Babylon, by the rivers of Babylon, they waited almost 700 years for the Messiah. You know how much generations that died out? But a belief continued. During slavery, you know how much generations died out before 1834 and 1838? In all the struggles post-emancipation, you know how much generation died out before we got independence in 1974? So we might have a dream here, but it's going to play out in the future. It depends on what we do now. 70% of the children exiting our schools are unable to obtain the basic requirements. Are you concerned? I don't have much faith in this Minister of Education. I don't think he'll be able to do nothing different than what is going on. So I appeal to parents. Some of the parents in Grenada have it well locked down. Their children doing well. And they won't bother about what I have to say. But if your children is not doing well, if you believe that your children may be the ones that would not meet the basic requirement, then you need to ask, what do I do? I believe you could change that. In 5-10 years, I believe we could have remarkable change in that. It's a question of our mentality. And we are not hungry for education. We're going through the motion. We like the aesthetics, but we are not hungry for education. Mediocrity perhaps is the order of the day. And our children are struggling on the job market because they are not equipped. The statistics would tell you, not my statistics, statistics from reputable, relevant organization in the Caribbean would tell you that 60% of the people looking for jobs or the people who are unemployed do not have the skills and talents for the jobs are available. So jobs is available. But the majority of our children do not have the skill. They don't have the talents. They exit school at the age of 16, 17, 18 years. And they are not equipped. They are not equipped with the basic requirements to enter the job market. That's a shame. That's unacceptable. Those who are responsible should shed a tear. But who is responsible? The government says not them. They're doing enough. The present Minister of Education in Grenada can make no difference. He was part of the system. Yes, caller, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
How everything?
Great, man.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre, to my belief, what I believe, that the crop of NDC politician, the purpose and desire of getting into politics was never, ever was to help the poor people of the country. And I believe that this crop of NDC politicians, they get there to enrich themselves, the cronies and the friends, right? And never interested to help the poor people of the country. So when you look at the situation, what is going on in the country, is the pen don't get a stroke when to give extra money to the ministers and the senators. But anytime they have to get, the poor people have to get something, is a problem. The pen always getting sick. The pen cannot write to say anything for the poor people of the country. Right? So the pen gets a stroke whenever the poor man somebody gets something from the government, but whenever the government, the prime minister, the ministers and senators have to get something, it is easier by one stroke of the pen, one signing, they qualify, they get in the morning. This is a call, and they get in the morning because daddy is always reaching out and help his children. But the other children that is not his, that they ask to vote for them, they turn them back on them. But Mr. Pierre, again, I want to look at the situation with number 10. What I heard from number 10, I heard number 10 was speaking about her problem she had with the NNP. I heard she was speaking about her problem. And what she was saying is things that she said from time she lived. She's same story. So I will ask myself the question, in the budget debate, if there was another session for personal grievance, right? What was discussing, it was the budget. So I asked myself the question, it seems like everything is okay in the constituency where number 10 run for and she won the election. Everything okay? So nothing wrong. The people there has no problem. But I know, definitely, after election, a lot of people that support number 10, they were sent home. They were dismissed from the work. Right? They were dismissed from the work. There are workers there who are working state-based. They were sent home also, and they will get, and they didn't, up now they will get paid. But I don't heard anything number 10 said about these people. I don't heard. So I don't know if everything in the constituency, if everything okay. Right? That's the best constituency where the government is performing. Because even when they care a lot of people, and you know what they're going through, is to speak about them. I encourage the government right now is on the side on to reinstate back these people, give them the money, those who work and they will get paid, to reinstate them back or give them back, pay them the money that they work for and you pay. But what you was saying, what she was saying, what she said already, 4 or 5 months already after she left. But Mr. Pierre always say, sometimes when people self-centered enter there for themselves, they only use people to get where they want to reach, and after they get what they want to reach, they forget them and they turn them back on them. But I always say, there comes a time, the same people they turn them back, we have to go back to them.
Yes.
So if you have a blessing.
Yes, you see, caller, I always, it comes along that we have a democratic society. Post 1983, election has always been free and fair. So people is responsible for the government they choose. And that is why I spend so much time dealing with the policies of government, the philosophy of government, looking at how do you practicalize the philosophy and the policies of government in your life. And definitely the National Democratic Congress have always been hostile towards people in the lower income group. Every time they're in power, there's a clear line of demarcation in what they do. And people are disadvantaged. If you look at the utterances of the NDC bigwigs, if we should call that, the ministers, those who make policy, study how they speak and what they say. And you will have a better understanding if you should support this party. If you feel you is a heavyweight, then maybe the NDC is the best party for you to support. But more and more, if you listen to them, you will understand what part of the social order you are in and determine where you give your support. At no more time in our history, this is more important than now. The National Democratic Congress remove money from disadvantaged children. And as a result of that, there are dropouts in national college as a direct result of the NDC adverse policies. As a direct result of the NDC adverse policies. I remember many years ago I was on radio and I was saying that after speaking to people in education, they said to me there is no child in Grenada that could say they cannot attend school because they do not have the basic requirements. But today, children have dropped out from national college because they're unable to meet the transport, to pay transportation to go to school. The government cut the program from them. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, go right ahead. Caller, we lost you, so just pick up the telephone and call again. And that's why I believe it's so important for the people who is struggling economically, the people who is struggling, and more than likely, the 70% of the children that exit in school without a basic requirement are their children. And I believe you could do something about it. I believe a lot could be done to change that within 5-10 years. If your child is going to a school and you are not satisfied with the school and you believe you could send your child to another school that is more productive, you should do it. When you attend parent-teachers meeting, you should make your position felt. My child is going to school every day and they're not doing well. I need an update. What is wrong? Are you teaching my child? If you're teaching maths in school and you're teaching 100 children and only 15 or 20 pass in maths, you're not a good teacher. You cannot be a good teacher. If you're making furnitures and 70% of the furnitures you make are defective, you're not a good furniture maker. If you're making cake, round cake, and out of every 100, 70 cake caboose and he burn, you're not a good baker. If you sew in pants and the majority of people is dissatisfied and complaining, you're not a good tailor. If you're making shoes and out of every 100 pair of shoes you make, 80 of the shoes is defective, then you're not a good shoemaker. Teachers are paid to teach. They are educated and they are qualified more than any other time in our history. Our schools are better equipped, better provided for than any other time in our history. Electricity, telephone, water, and internet is better in Grenada than most countries in the Caribbean. It's comparable with the best and it's second to none. Why is it that such a great percentage of our children cannot meet the basic requirements in school? Now, how our children is going to find a rightful place on the job market if they leave in school, they exit in school without the basic requirements to make them competitive on the job market? Are you preparing your children for the prison? Are you educating your children to be unemployed? Is the school producing them for the mental institute? Because when they exit school, if they cannot find a rightful place on the job market, there will be more stressful situation. There will be more social decadence. The government is not doing anything about it. I understand the government decided that they're going to make it, I don't want to say mandatory because I'm not certain yet, but you could stay in school till you have 18. I'm not taking issue with that, but we must know why. What is the justification? What is the rationale? And what we hope to achieve? Particularly from this group that I consider the worst group of politicians post-67. What is the intention? They remove money from children, disadvantaged children. And as a result of that, we already have so soon that there are dropouts in school that we can link to the government policy. Why is it they want children stay in school up to 18? I don't know. It may be for genuine or good reasons, but they must tell us. A child normally leaves school at 16. Why you want them stay 18? There are children 18, 19 in school. Are you saying it is mandatory? What is the process? Because there are children 18 years that is still in school. 17 that is still in school. So they exit school perhaps now between 16 and 18. You're making a big issue about 18. Tell us why. Would that help them to meet the minimum requirement? Are you trying to prevent them coming on the job market? Why? This present regime has been and is very hostile towards the only program in Grenada that is directly set up to give children a second chance. Yes, caller, welcome. Go ahead, caller.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah.
You could tell me one of the best prime minister ever passed in Grenada, history of Grenada?
Well, I think the two of the most productive and best politicians is Eric Gary and Kit Mitchell. I think they are the most productive.
Kit Mitchell is the worst.
Because Kit Mitchell give you all the free money.
All right, caller. Thank you. Yeah. The caller want to make some fun. We're talking serious issue here. 70% of our children exiting school cannot meet the minimum requirement. That is not a thing to make fun with. The entertainment industry is $1 billion industry. What part we play in it? Our children leaving school and there are opportunities to go to university and they can't get through. That is not a joke issue. The only program that was instituted in the last 100 years in Grenada to give children a second chance. People who exit school without the basic education to be competitive on the job market. Government institute a program to give them a second chance, and the government is against the program. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, I listen number 10 in Parliament. Mr. Pierre, you know, look, number 10, they take she medical before she go to Parliament. The morning she go on Parliament. I find people just talk like they don't have sense. And people, when they go as big people, act like big people and start doing as little children, papi show children. When I give you a sweet, you come and you talk about the sweets what I give you. And when I give you a piece of bread, you talk about it. I don't understand why number 10 must go in Parliament and doing like little children. Number 10 must put herself as a pedigree person. She have a husband. She says she have a husband. That husband don't know what is shame. And I find that man know what is shame, you know. If that man know what is shame, he don't let this woman go in Parliament and get on like that. I find a big woman must put herself as a big woman. And when she go in Parliament, if she know she don't well drink she medication before she go and stop doing as little children. I don't understand what happened to this woman. What going on? That woman she don't representing nobody. She don't representing nobody. Just going and sit down and collect money and come in and beat she out inside Parliament. Who she representing? She don't have nobody to represent.
All right, thank you.
She representing Mr. Pierre.
Thank you, caller.
All right, Mr. Pierre.
Yes. You see, this is a serious issue. We must not walk away from the fact that our children are going to school and there is such a great chance that they don't come back with the basic education. One language we have in Grenada. One language we're trying to speak in Grenada, English. 70% of the children that exit in school cannot pass English language. Something wrong with our English teachers. They do good. 70% of our children fail in maths. But something is wrong. Our parents are going to school and you must demand better. Parents go in and raise funds for school. Why are you raising funds for general account? Stop that. When you have to raise fund for a specific project. If this school have a music project, a project to teach children to swim, a project to teach children to play table tennis, a project to buy a maths computer, a robot that could teach children maths better than the teacher, then support it. But year go, year come, you winding down the whole place, raising fund, and your children failing in school. Yes, scholar, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to you. Yeah,
Yes.
greetings. Yeah. You can cut me off, yes?
Cultureman, go right ahead.
Oh, you did?
Cultureman,
Yeah.
Cultureman, Cultureman,
yeah.
Cultureman,
Mr. Pierre,
Cultureman,
my phone is blue.
Cultureman,
Yes, Mr. Pierre.
Cultureman. When you call the program, we answer you on your punch.
But
Go ahead.
you're very low. Okay. You said that the government, whatever, is not teaching, like to swim, like tennis and that thing. But they doing that right here now. And you say that how the Prime Minister, like when you have 18 years, that you have to leave school. But I agree with that. Because what I'm saying now, if when you have 18 years, you have to go to the voting pool to vote. When you have 18 years, you will be I am driver on the road. So anything, no problem is that. You check?
Cultureman,
And
Cultureman,
I listen to you.
you understand what I said about 18 years?
I heard you talk something there.
Let me tell you. Cultureman,
let me tell you.
Cultureman,
It's
let me tell you.
good.
Cultureman, let me
Mr.
tell you.
Pierre, I know others have some kind of
Cultureman, listen. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Listen something. Because you don't have to say wrong thing. The government is initiating a policy to move the school age from 16 to 18.
But it's good.
Cultureman, listen.
It's good to tell you.
Cultureman, listen. I have no problem with that. But the government must tell the public why. If you're making a fundamental shift in your education policy, tell the country why. Tell the country why. If the government refuses to give information, speculation is going to run wild and rumors. And you don't want that to happen in already a stressful situation. The policy might be a good policy, but let the people know why.
Why? Now, but Mr. Pierre, I will repeat that again. I know you NMP listeners is listening, but Mr. Pierre, the 18 is not bad. From 16 to 18, because I will say it again, you have to touch on 18 to be I am voter. You have to be 18 to be a driver on the road. And the last point, it have people saying how the Prime Minister is a very nice man, but it's a very good man. But I want them to tell you to stop to stop telling and say about his lying. And I sure that is listening to the program. They say the Prime Minister is a very nice man, he's a very good man, but I wouldn't say much, but I know what I'm talking about. I have the fact, and the fact is right in your footstool. The man is a very nice man. He's a very good man. I want him to tell you, you must not go on the radio, talk show for whatever, and say the Prime Minister is lying. And the people that say that they are tired with you. The NPM say they are tired hearing one thing every day. Have a good day.
Thank you, Culture. So you want me not to say the Prime Minister is telling lies? Deacon Mitchell is telling lies. So, Culture Man, listen to me and then call me back. Are you satisfied with the terminology classless people, nasty people, greedy and needy people, commoners, and good people? I'm absolutely certain you heard that from the mouth of the top NDC people. I'm not talking about you, Culture Man. I'm talking about the ministers and some of the mouthpiece of the National Democratic Congress. Those they honor. Are you satisfied that in celebrating 50 years of independence, we're supposed to say that there are villages that is classless? That if you wear national colors, you is a clown. That you is nasty people and you are commoners. Call me back, Culture Man, and tell me if you're satisfied with that. You see, when Dr. Kit Mitchell and the NNP liberalized the telecommunication center, I was so happy that my voice could go on now, on radio, on social media, and express my views. Most of these topics that I speak on, I have discussion with people in it years now. I am concerned about the productivity level. Yes, caller, welcome.
Yes, Mr.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my brother.
Mr. Andal said in Parliament, he called already Mitchell, and he said he's speaking about the good Mitchell. Through the hearing of the speaker, the good Mitchell. What does he mean? If he say there were two Mitchell in Parliament, and he say he's talking about the good Mitchell, what is he signifying to the hearing of the Speaker of the House? That there are two Mitchell there, and one is good and one is not good. I don't know if Culture Man heard that.
Well, I think the question is not that they don't hear you. They are annoyed that when they meet you, they can't face you to say these things. I always try to engage NDC members in discussion, and they can't face you.
And I am saying, if an NMP was to refer that in the Parliament, I will take the same stand.
Of course.
Same stand. Because you don't single out people like that when you want to make those statements. And for him to say no, for him to say that the Prime Minister didn't say that in 1 year's time he can make all the people prominent and by the stroke of a pen, if that was not said, I would like Culture Man, my good partner, to tell me whether he heard those statements said and whether who they came from.
And restorative justice.
Yes. I want him to tell me that.
And beggy.
I want him to tell me if number 10 didn't say in the Parliament, she glad and she feel happy to be on that side. She contest the election on the other side. She says she should have been there long. That was her words. I wonder if Culture Man didn't hear that in the Parliament.
Yeah, you see, this is one of the issues we must not stop. Because you see, the NDC has been extremely good in their propaganda. And they plan lies. And a lot of the supporters believe the lies. So now that radio programs are playing the tape and they're hearing the voices, they cannot face the truth.
And any one of them from the NDC could tell me anything that is sounding derogatory that was said by the NMP, NMP, I am prepared to take the same stand that I take in yellow.
And
anybody could tell me any unpatriotic was used by any minister or any parliamentarian from the NMP side, I am prepared to take it.
And we always say on our program, if we say anything that is not the truth, please correct us.
I was not satisfied with some of the behavior of some of the persons in parliament.
I didn't expect much from them.
I heard somebody say that, that was happening in big countries. That they said that on the air this morning.
Our standards was always higher.
Right. That was happening in big countries. People don't take care and whatnot. Whether people happening in other country, I don't know the Grenada Parliament for that. And I'm saying it is not. I am not prepared to support no politician who is going to take chair and who is going to use obscenity and wrong words in this thing. It don't matter to me how much I like the government. When you're wrong, or the party, I want to tell them they're wrong.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think it's very important because a lot of the members of the National Democratic Congress, they're doing injustice to Deacon Mitchell and his group of people. If you nudge Deacon and ask him to stop telling those lies, because the technology is so good, we listen to every word that he say, and you tape it, and you could reproduce it. So when Deacon Mitchell said, we campaign on a policy of transformation, but it is not so much transformation, it is restorative justice. And that is why we could come on the radio and say, Deacon said that, and he do not have anything to sue because it's a fact. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes,
Pierre.
my brother, welcome.
Yes, I have 2 points to make, a little off from the politics.
You go right ahead.
I want to congratulate the Grenville Credit Union for taking out the senior citizens on Sunday last, having a wonderful time and ending up in quarantine point where people feel that they are part of this credit union and sharing and giving and moving and meet. I've never met so many old friends I had. I didn't know if there was any credit union. You know, when you go to some staff parties, only for the staff and so on, but this one was for the senior citizens who has money in that credit union, members. And we were well treated, well taken care of, and I would encourage, maybe the bank could do that too. Them other people, they can do that too.
Okay, yeah.
And my other point is, I still calling back again. I passed to Grandance and I'm looking at Capital Bank. And I have some money there. I don't know how could I get it. Somebody can say, how can we get that money? Because I understand the building we sold. Who is paying that money? Or please free the man. Instead you put the man in jail, you sell the property, and we have money and other people benefiting for it. Where is Mr. Holy Cost, the one who was collecting all the monies? How I'm getting back my money? A lot of people have money there. Can they free this gentleman and give him a chance to talk outside? That's my point. I don't know if anybody who listening may know a bit about it and so on, but I pass in there and that I don't know if they sell it for more money and where the rest of money going and who get paid and how can I get mine?
Yes,
well, a lot of people have a lot of money inside it.
I do hope that we might get some callers who shed some light on that issue. Yeah. Thank you, caller.
Thank you very much.
Yes, particularly at this time, it is sad and it is unfortunate. And I said before, the supporters of Deacon Mitchell that have influence on him, nudge him, encourage him to stop telling lies. We could have salvaged Maurice Bishop, Bishop didn't have to die like that, But Grenadians support Bishop when he was doing evil and wrong. Over 3,000 Grenadians was put in prison. And Grenadians in the diaspora was shouting hail for Bishop. Broker was castrated. They asked him, do you know how they castrating a pig? He said, yes. They say you will be castrated like a pig, but we will add some pepper. And they castrate him. Clotilda died. Mikey, they take target practice on his foot. And we in Grenada here, the people in the diaspora, and a lot of Grenadians was singing. If you touch Nicaragua, you touch Cuba, you touch Grenada. Eke speaking Spanish. Rather than pointing out that and correcting Bishop. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre,
Yes, my brother, welcome.
I tried to get you yesterday. I thought I was back my number. Anyhow, Mr. Pierre.
Caller.
Hey.
Caller.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going to call and maybe you don't succeed. But you don't have to say things that... Why are we blocking your number for?
Okay, Mr. Pierre. Mr. Pierre, you mustn't talk about lies. Because you know who telling the biggest lies.
So caller, just a while.
I don't want to remind you.
Caller.
Yes.
What you telling me, Deacon spoke the truth? Did Deacon speak the truth?
Truth about what?
Caller, Deacon lie. When there are number of lies that he told. Was he speaking the truth?
The greatest liar is them NNP people.
Caller, hear me out, caller. You have a chance, if you like Deacon, help him. Don't guide Deacon down the wrong road. If you like him, help him. Look at what he going to do in St. Lucia. Help him if you like him.
Well,
Caller, listen to me. Caller, listen.
No Grenadian.
Caller, you have to listen. I tell you already, if you challenging me, you must challenge me with facts.
Well,
when you want to, caller, listen to me.
You want to take all the talk
yes, I'm taking all the talk today because you're challenging me, but you don't want to listen to me. You see, I give you a chance when you're expressing your opinion, but you're taking issue with what I said. I said Deacon is telling lies. You don't ask me what are the lies he told. You're taking issue with that. If you're taking issue with me, then bring the facts. I always let you express your opinion.
So stop. You're taking out that person.
Yes, I want you to understand. You don't understand it. You're calling the program and you're challenging me, but you don't want to listen to me. Now,
well,
if you're going to...
You have to listen to me too.
Caller, I always listen to you. I give you the opportunity to cuss kid 400 times. And I don't take issue with that. But what you're doing, you're questioning what I say. And what I say is the truth. So you have to prepare, if you're going to question what I say, then advance argument why. And that will be important. And you have to encourage Deacon Mitchell to desist from telling lies. And you must ask Deacon, who gave the order to sign this Samoa document? He did not read it. So a prime minister will be dumb twice to give authority to somebody to sign a document he did not read. The foreign minister is the one that have to advise the prime minister on that. The foreign minister did not give the authority. He had grave concern about signing a document. And he said he was very busy. Who gave the ambassador the authority to sign the document? Deacon Mitchell is telling lies, and his supporters must nudge him as a prime minister to cease and desist from those lies. You see, what example will we giving our children if the prime minister of a country is telling so much lies? How are you going to believe what it says? 70% of our children exiting school are unable to obtain the basic requirements. We want to hear about productivity in school. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
Good afternoon. All right. I just want to ask a question, Make a general statement. All right. We as parents, right? We have children. And I wonder if we will defend our children when we know that they lying. What will we do? Will we beat them and tell them stop lying? Right?
A lot of parents' children end up in jail because they did not discipline and correct the
They
children.
discipline them, they encourage, they know they children do wrong things, and they defend it. Right? And what will happen when you have someone who you think that you love the person, and they lie, they do wrong things, and you encourage them and you defend them? You don't love the person. Right? You don't love the person because you don't. If you love someone and they do wrong things, you have to say to them, son, friend, what you doing, they don't want to do. That is wrong. But I tell you that because I care about and I love you. If you don't care and love somebody and they do wrong things, you will encourage them to continue to do the wrong things. Continue to do the wrong things. And when you ask that quicker, you have a job, if they can Michelle, you don't say no, but you try to drop on something else. If a man lie, right? John lie and then for come and lie. The question you asking is the present Prime Minister telling lies? You don't say nothing. You talk about the one before lie. If one before lie and you lie presently, and you talk about the lie, if fact is that the Prime Minister telling a lot of lies, right? It is a lot of lies, and you should. If you love the Prime Minister, why should you? It is tell him to stop doing it, stop lying and speaking truth to the people. A lot of lies they speak to the people in the campaign. They're gonna make it permanent. And when they say that immediately, they're going to make it permanent when they win election. I go down a year, 8 months, and that will happen. Right? And they still doubting it. They still doubting and say they didn't say that. I remember in 2008 election, the person that was champion the cause of the $400. You know what the Prime Minister said? Mr. Timantora said? He didn't say that. What that was said on the platform. And he endorsed it.
And they use an elderly man.
And when
they parade the man. The man
die. Man die and get nothing.
Because them NNP provoking the man. You get it. You get the money. The man dead.
And when the Prime Minister said at that time, he didn't say it was a process. Right? And what they did, they come and they took out some people name from the list just to give the extra $50. And this is exactly what the government is doing.
And they repeat the same thing.
The same thing again.
As a recurring decimal.
The grandfather, the father, and then children, in the same attitude.
Yeah.
The same attitude, Mr. Pierre.
So we have to continue to deal with it. We have to continue to point out to the Prime Minister. Because what happened? The NDC does go in a lab and make lies. And the supporters cannot believe that the party make all these lies. So now that we play in a voice, we play in tape, it is hard, I understand, it is hard for them to stomach these lies. Some of the top NDC supporters, they get quiet because they believe the lies. But it's hard for culture man to believe that the party like lying so much. And I ask them, do you support calling people classless people? Do you support your political party describing some Grenadians as nasty people and some as good people? Do you support your political party leaders calling people greedy and needy and commoners? Well, this one beat all cockfight. They start to refer to people as commoners. People who are wearing national colors as an act of patriotism. The NDC call them clowns. And the Prime Minister say, beggy people. Yes, caller, welcome.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, ma'am.
How are you?
Great, man.
Listen, somebody call us trying to deny you and making you feel like you is the one telling lies.
You got to take some time. It's hard for them.
It's very difficult.
Because this truth has born you.
It is a pattern they have. You saw everybody know in the country that the Prime Minister telling lies. Let it go in Parliament and defend the lie. He cannot defend the lie. Instead, he adding more lie to a lie. because he's trying to defend the lie. You can't defend lie.
You didn't watch his face when he's saying beggy.
Begging.
I mean, come on. We are all poor people in this country, sharing what we have.
Yes, if you want to come in parliament and you're begging, you're hungry, you put yourself up for scrutiny, so they will buy you at any price.
Is it contribution you're able to make?
Right. So Delma was bought at any price. They bought her because she's hungry and she beggy. You see, I saw the press conference, Mr. Pierre, when he was addressing the Prime Minister and the Handel. Yeah? When the journalist posed the question to the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister quickly turned it over to...
Run from it.
He turned it over quickly to Mr. Handel. Mr. Handel was in shock because he didn't realize the Prime Minister was going to hand the question back to him. Now, he tried to explain, and you know for a start there was a line. They say now NMP had signed the document.
Then why they sign it again?
Well, it was in the end, this is my question. They initial it. First, the other guy said, I think he's from Barbados, saying they all initial it. St. Vincent, all the neighboring islands, they initial it, right?
But let it draft.
Not a signature. This is not a signature. No, NMP Grenada did not sign the document. If they had signed the document, they would have quickly said the document was signed before. So why do they want to sign it now?
Why do they want to sign it again?
Why do they want to? This is my question. So come the lies hitting them in
they're telling plenty lies, and we have to encourage them to stop lying.
So all the children on the street talking, the Prime Minister is a liar.
Lying bad.
So you to be a Prime Minister, head of the country, and you telling lies to your nation, what do you expect the little children to do, right? So as far as I'm concerned, there is something to say about them. The sooner they go, the better, right? Because they're not making no sense. Everything they do is like one thing after the other. Everything they do is like he hunting them in the face. Every single one, from captain down to cook, the captain telling lies, the cook telling lies.
Well, we have to discourage them. We have to encourage them, tell them we inclusive, we love them, stop lying. That's what we're saying.
They have to stop
We want people stop lying.
To us. We can, when we go out, we like to defend our country.
Yeah, when you go out to defend
our country. Because first thing they say, the Prime Minister does tell too much lies. You go in St. Lucia, you make yourself shame. You make all of us feel shame. Because it is disgusting what you're doing. Mr. P, have a wonderful day. I know other callers want to call you.
Yes, caller, thank you. And it's very important for us to continue to point out to these young leaders, and not young in age, young in politics. You all have to behave better. We want a little change. This country belongs to us. Yes, caller, welcome, Punch.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, my brother.
Where the gas and the oil? Mr. Pierre, I tell you that I never said the Prime Minister, I never said that lie. But he misspoke. He misspoke when he said that. Right?
Well, all the Prime Minister did is to correct himself and say it is a slip of the tongue, not a fault of the mind.
He misspoke when he said that.
He had to say that. Don't let us run with it. Correct yourself quick.
He go say, well, that way he go say he misspoke.
Well, he had to say that, caller. Tell him to say this thing is a slip of the tongue, not a fault of the mind. And we agree. All of us have make mistake.
Mr. Pierre.
Scholar, you agree? You agree when the...
What passed there?
Caller.
One of the best budget in Grenada.
Caller.
I don't want to hear it. The economy growing by 5.5% in this country. That never happened before. Mr. Pierre. The Imani and them, they will be regularized when they pass the new law. The money, the contract workers, all of them will be realized. The best thing that happened to them is this government.
Right,
they will be regularized, and none of you can stop it. Mr. Pierre, when this government, they raise their salary for 5,000 hours. People just spend 9 years there. Then people begging for raising their salary. They're begging, and they never get it.
All right.
Today, every one of them glad they get their salary.
Yeah.
Mr. Pierre, the backbenchers, Well, the 5 others, all of them getting more money today than what they get when they were what they getting when there was front benders, meaning they was in government as a government minister. They getting more money today as a backbencher.
We're coming to the end of the program, caller.
As a backbencher than they ever get before.
Yes, caller.
They getting $6,500.
Caller, we coming
when they was in front, you know what they used to get? $6,100.
All right.
Anyway, Mr. Pierre?
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, and if the Prime Minister misspoke, all he have to say, it was a slip of the tongue, not a fault of the mind. Take it out of context. That is what we begging the Prime Minister to do. You destroying your image when you line. So say quick. It's a slip of the tongue, not a fault of the mind. But when you try to correct a lie with a lie, then people going to say you're a pathological liar. And just we don't want people to say that. So we encouraging you to correct it. And the Prime Minister have to give us justification why he is not living in the house designated for him. Because the only reason that we have the Prime Minister will be overlooking classless villages. Ashamed to call the village name. Classless village. And I want the NDC members in 2023, 50 years after independence, how are you comfortable with these expressions from senior people in the National Democratic Congress? Nasty people. Choppy on them. Greedy and needy. Commoner. Becky. How could the members of the National Democratic Congress be comfortable with the expressions coming from ministers, prime minister, attorney general, foreign ministers, minister of labor, strategic export, one of the mouthpieces they crown? How could you be comfortable as a political party and describing your own people in Grenada, separating them, drawing a line of demarcation between people and people? This is what we're speaking about. We don't say the economy don't grow. We say if the economy grow, then why is it necessary to take money from disadvantaged children so you have dropout from secondary school, from national college? Because the economy doing well. If the economy doing well, employ back the 31 workers on Grand Bay Estate. And tomorrow we're back with you again between 12 and 1 and hoping by that time the 31 workers on Grand Bay Estate will be employed. Otherwise we will continue to speak about it. Thank you.